If you ask our parents' generation, they will tell you school fights have been happening for years. But that minor scuffle on the playground has taken a 20th century twist. Now school fights can be documented and posted on social media. The ramifications can be all too deadly. In our special report this evening, I looked into this trend and a warning: these images may be disturbing. School fights. They happen at every school. Now, they're even showing up online. I decided to see if viral fights are happening in the Wiregrass, and it was as easy as logging on to YouTube. And it didn't take me long to find school fight videos from Dothan, Enterprise, Delville, and the list goes on. So what drives teens to take the yelling and punching to a universal platform? Is it an extent of bullying or for popularity? We decided to ask them, 8 teens from across the Wiregrass in one room. We wanted to see what they think about this new social media trend, and even asked them if they have been involved. It was time to take the gloves off. Their reactions were telling, some smiling. Others hid their faces in shame and disbelief, while some shook their heads. In watching that footage, what's your initial reaction?
Like, what's the point in actually videoing it and putting it on social media? Because you're just trying to get attention for yourself.
These teens say video fights are so common at school. When a fight breaks out, the first thing they do is reach for their cell phones.
Making it easy to press record. From there, it can be shared on YouTube
or any other social media website, making it easy to be viewed on any device within seconds. How quick do these things go viral from your peers?
Oh, almost instantly. Like if there's a fight at school and somebody has it on video, I mean, I'll be able to see it in 10, 15 minutes.
You hear shouts or screams, people are literally running down the hallway. Our generation is so obsessed with, you know, the virtual stuff, and of course just fighting people, and it's all about the YOLO. You only live once, might as well fight somebody.
But it goes beyond proving a point. Some teens say reality shows like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Bad Girls Club help teens gain celebrity status after their fight goes viral.
Clearly going to get attention from a fight, and the more people put it on social media, the more attention that person's going to get, and it just encourages more fights to happen. I think that's the biggest problem with putting it on social media to me.
These teens want their peers to understand once it's viral, it's difficult to completely erase access to it.
What you post will always come back to you. So like, number one, if you post it, like you never know, like if your next job or whatever might be like, well, you endorse fighting. And then number two, I feel bad for the person who's in it, because now they have even like a lesser chance of getting hired because they were seen fighting in a video. So no one really wins when you post it.
I mean, what if you were in that situation and somebody was recording you and you weren't doing so well in the fight anyway? I mean, that would embarrass you because you don't know what they're going to do with that video. You don't know.
Leaving the video to be open to the World Wide Web. Now, this is only the first part of our investigation. Tomorrow, we look at the legal ramifications teens could face if video fights happen on or off school campus. Join us tomorrow right here on WRGX News at 5:30 for our second part of our series. Video fights are an ongoing problem, and the law is now following suit. There are no direct laws against recording a fight and posting it on social media, but police are finding a way to crack down. Did you know if you are caught assaulting someone off school campus, you could be behind bars for up to 20 years? We continue our series now, taking a deeper look inside video fights.
Have a good day now. Good to see you, man.
School resource officers patrol every school in the Wiregrass. The recent trend of fights going viral concerns them.
And look at the participation of the people around.
When I sat down with school resource officer Wayne Atkinson, he made it clear law enforcement will not stand for it.
The fights being filmed on YouTube or Facebook can actually be used against those people in a court of law, civil or criminal.
On the criminal side, the list of charges are long.
The people involved could be charged with complicity. You have assault issues. If it's serious enough, you could get into felonies where the victim does not have to file the charges. The state can actually file the charges.
And when it comes to civil cases,
you have the civil revocations of them having to pay for doctor bills.
And if teens are thinking that simply posting that video leaves you off the hook, well, think again.
Some students here have been involved in fights that have been recorded. They have been placed on Facebook, and we were able to retrieve those videos, and I will be presenting those to the district attorney.
Here's the breakdown of the time a juvenile could face: 2 to 20 years imprisonment, up to a $30,000 fine, probation time, meeting with an officer and attending counseling sessions, community service time, all determined by a judge.
You lose a lot of rights: right to vote, right to carry a pistol permit. Yes, felony never goes away.
At Northview High School in Dothan, School Resource Officer Jim Matheny says it's all too common for students to record fights. But he stresses if even just one student steps up and hands him the video before it goes viral, it makes it all a lot easier.
Get something brought in, I've got to look at the whole picture. And that is just part of my evidence and one of my tools that I work to see exactly what do I have in a video if I have one, and they bring it to me, and if I can make a case, and I continue my investigation by identifying who's in there, and then school will punish them from the standpoint if they do upload it.
I love it. I love it too. Really good.
Meet Mary Kelly Hall. She says she knows all too well what it feels like to be in the midst of one of these incidents. After getting into a verbal altercation at school, Mary Kelly says she was ganged up on by a group of girls.
I got a Snapchat from a girl that was in the class. She said she was one of the girls that was waiting outside and how it wasn't over, basically. And so she was flicking me off and different things.
She says the threats got out of control and law enforcement didn't do enough.
One thing that they should be doing is, how can I help you? What is your issue?
Mary Kelly says the shame of returning to school was so bad, it forced her to graduate early.
I shouldn't have had to give up my high school experience. What they should have done was dealt with the issue, and they didn't.
But law enforcement says it's not always open and shut cases.
Because we have to get all our search warrants, our subpoenas, that takes a little time. I've got to know the whole picture of what I've got before I can make a case. I got to build my case. But
a case where hitting fast forward doesn't necessarily mean skipping to the next part. And we will continue to follow up on the video fights happening in our area. Tomorrow, our series continues with solutions to stop the issue. School fights are going viral. Students embarrassed and ashamed to go to school. It's a form of entertainment, possibly. Can it be stopped? We ask for solutions to a negative growing trend.
I just like watching video fights, I'm not gonna lie.
Why do you like watching it?
I don't know. I just like it.
Is it an entertainment value for you, or?
Stop putting so much attention.
Exactly.
Yeah. But in reality, we are gonna watch it, and we are gonna laugh, and we are gonna show it to our friends, because that's just what we do.
If somebody bring it to you, just stop it at you. Like, don't show it to somebody else.
There's nothing really you can do about it other than prosecute the people that I guess are putting out the videos. But really, they're not guilty of anything, I guess. So as long as we have social media, I don't know if there's gonna be a cure for it.
You become a finger pointing. You become basically a victim, and now you're sitting here embarrassed and you can't go anywhere. It's sad. And the bad thing is, when you put it out there, it's public knowledge, and so these other sites are grabbing it and putting it up there, and they're making profit.
Twitter, you get on Vine, you get on Instagram, you see them everywhere. It's just what people do. Like
to get all these likes at the cost of what? But yet they don't understand that the lives that they're hurting by putting these things out here that's not going anywhere. You can pull it up and people are sharing it all across the world.
If you have no respect for that person, then yes, you're going to press send. But if you do have respect for them, then you're going to say, no, I don't need to post that.
Anybody can record a fight, but like whatever you believe in or whatever your morals are is what's going to cost you Preston.
They take these pictures of the fights. You know, it used to be a time where the fight could happen on the end of the other end of school, and it takes you a whole day to get it. Now it's like, okay, push of a button, and now everybody knows it, and now everybody's afraid, and it causes harm to that person. And now the kid has to walk around school with their head hanging down. The thing is that the camera is not the problem. The computer is not the problem. The iPad's not the problem. It's the people that is behind, though. Those are just tools people use because it's faster. It gets the word out quicker.
If somebody could just sit there and watch as one person is being attacked or hurt by somebody else, no matter what, even if it is defense, you shouldn't record that. You shouldn't record somebody else being harmed because they wouldn't feel the same right. They wouldn't be laughing if that was them.
People have the choice whether to post it, whether to put out there, whether to even be in the situation. So show them what the real consequences and punishments are and make sure that people see. You have to let them know what's going to happen. And you almost have to make that public more so than the fight.
Quit talking about it and do something about it.
So if we stop putting videos up, stop recording them, stop following the entertaining everything that is negative, and more positive things get entertained, then it'll be better for everybody worldwide.
And we want to know your thoughts on video fights going viral. Please log onto our Facebook page and leave your comments as to what you think about the viral fights happening in the Wiregrass. All you have to do is go to WRGX News at 5:30 page, click like, and weigh in on the conversation.